Jay Newton here with Keller Williams, and today I want to talk about goals. We've entered into July of 2020. I think we can all agree that the first half of 2020 has been a whirlwind, a roller coaster, just whatever you want to call it. It's been crazy. And as we enter into July, it's probably a good time to look at our goals for the first half, but then also maybe set some new goals for the second half to make the second half of 2020 better. So in talking about goals, it's a pretty big topic, so I'm going to break this into two videos. First video I want to talk about is kind of the mindset of goals and where you want to start, and then we'll do a second video and talk about the process of actually setting those goals from 5 years down to today. But let's talk about mindset of goals. And there's essentially three things your mindset needs to be about goals in order to really set good, effective goals. And one is you want to have a clearly defined goal or vision. Where you want to go. What do you want to do? And you need to clearly define this. It's not, hey, I want to be happy one day. That's a little subjective. We want to make these things very objective and something that's attainable, quantifiable. Now, in some areas of your life, it may be different, in talking about spiritual goals or relationship goals. But if you're talking about business goals, you want quantifiable goals. So if I come out and say, well, I want to be the number one agent in the office in the real estate. Well, then I need to think of that in terms of how am I going to do that? And when I have that clearly defined goal, I want to sit. It's not just taking 2 seconds and writing it down. It's sitting down, thinking about it, and coming up with a clear vision of your mind of what exactly it looks like or will look like when I achieve that goal. So sit down, visualize it, set that vision in your mind, have it very clear, and then write that out as your goal. You want to be able to come back to that vision and that feeling, because that's going to be some of the motivation that helps you as you get down the line. When you run into some obstacles and you have to get over that hump in order to keep going to meet that goal. You want that clear vision. The second thing behind having a clearly defined vision or goal is it's going to take an investment. You're going to have to invest into achieving those goals. You're going to have to invest time. You're going to have to invest energy. You're going to have to invest effort. And what does that look like for you in order to achieve that goal? Are you going to have to take a new class? Maybe you're going to have to go back to school. Maybe you're going to have to invest time in reading books. Maybe it's time just practicing and practicing and practicing over and over again, like professional athletes. One of my favorite phrases is that amateurs practice to get it right, and professionals practice so they can't get it wrong. It's a quote from Gary Keller of Keller Williams. So you practice, practice, practice. Make that investment. You're going to invest in some things. And then the third thing is you're going to have to be in alignment with your goals. In my past life, I was a consultant. I built performance management applications for businesses. And that's, an easy way to say that would be financial databases. But they were applications that helped businesses not only collect data, be able to organize data, and then be able to report that data at the end of the day. And it was a clearly defined process, but we had to begin with the end in mind, what we wanted it to look like. We had to invest time, energy, effort, not only as a consultant, but also the team, the companies we were working with. And then we had to have alignment in order for the application to work and build these processes out so that they could be effective going forward. So everyone, not only on our team as consultants, but everyone in the companies we were working with had to be in alignment with that process in order for it to work correctly. If there was someone that wasn't bought in, or they didn't want to change with the new process, then the process would break down. So when we look at goals, we have to be in alignment with those goals. If I go out and say, hey, I want to pay off my house this year, and I owe $50,000, well, if I only make $50,000 in my job, it's going to be kind of tough, because I'm going to need part of that money to live on. I've got to pay taxes, I got to eat, got to have air conditioning and things of that nature. So what, if that's my goal, how do I get myself in alignment? Do I get a second job? Do I change jobs? Do I go out and learn new skills so I can get a better paying job? Being in alignment with that. If it's your goal is to be more of a morning person and get up at 6 a.m. in the morning, but you're staying up till 2 a.m. at night, that's not really in alignment, because it's going to be tough to continue to get up at 6 a.m. every day if you're only getting 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep. Eventually that's going to come back and get you. So being in alignment with those goals. So that's kind of the process. It takes time to sit down and formulate goals, especially effective goals. And not something you can just sit down and write out in 5 minutes and be done. It takes time to come up with good goals, to really think about, what do you want? What do I really, really want? And how do I go about getting those, achieving those goals? So, like I said, you have to clearly define that vision. So take time, clearly define out what your goals need, what you want your goals to be, what you want to achieve. Invest yourself, invest your time. You may have to invest money. You may have to invest effort. Make that investment towards achieving those goals, and then get in alignment. If there's things you're doing in your life that are out of alignment with your goals and what you're wanting to achieve, think about what you want to change. I was actually watching a presentation about goals earlier this week, and one of the questions they brought up is, what are you holding on to from your past that is no longer serving you? Fears, doubts, those negative beliefs that maybe you're holding on to from your past, that may be part of the investment, part of the alignment piece, is letting some of those things go. The other thing they brought up was, he said, you are one habit away from something extraordinary. What's that one habit you can change that's going to help you achieve your goals and achieve something great? Something to think about. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I hope this helps you in your process of setting your goals and making the second half of 2020 better. It's going to be one of those years, but it's going to finish great. I really think so. So I hope this helps. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and get more content like this. And I hope this was helpful. And we'll see you soon with part 2 on goals. Thanks, everybody.